At first, this woman just lost her cell phone, but to her surprise, a few days later, she died in a strange shape in the countryside. It turns out that along with the phone, her life was lost. In the era of mobile internet, do you know what it means if you lose your cell phone? It contains your chat records, private photos, bank card accounts, various consumption bills, your hobbies, activities, food and living, and even your fingerprint information, all will be exposed to strangers. You think you just lost a cell phone, but in fact, along with the loss of all your privacy and secrets. If such a thing as losing a mobile phone is made into a movie, it will be a thriller in minutes. This Korean film, Unlocked, is about such a terrible story. The heroine, Lee Na-mi, is an ordinary office worker. After playing a night of fun in a karaoke bar, when she was taking the bus home, she accidentally dropped her phone on the bus. And it so happens that the person who picked up the phone is a psychopathic serial killer. The series of operations he did to unlock the phone seemed to be very experienced. But after several attempts, he failed to unlock it, so he directly smashed the screen of the phone. Then he used the AI female voice to contact Na-mi, saying that he had picked up Na-mi's phone, but accidentally broke the screen. The broken phone has been sent to the repair store. Let Na-mi go get it herself. Na-mi followed the location and came to the cell phone repair store. But she didn't know that the owner of the repair store was none other than the psychopathic killer himself, Jun Yeong. Na-mi needed to fill out information before the phone is repaired, and the content even included the password to unlock the phone. She froze for 2 seconds, but still provided the password. When the information was completed, the repair work began. After getting the password, Jun Yeong installed spy software to the Na-mi's phone and cloned her phone data to another phone. When Na-mi left, all the operations in her phone were already under Jun Yeong's grasp. The other party was even able to call the camera to observe her every move. From then on, Na-mi was completely unaware that all her daily life and privacy secrets were completely exposed under the eyes of Jun Yeong. But monitoring Na-mi was not the ultimate goal of Jun Yeong, and he proceeded to the next step in his plan. Using the information gathered, he made offline meeting with Na-mi, and the meeting place was still the coffee shop owned by Na-mi's father. In the course of their conversation, Na-mi magically discovered that this man's interests were very similar to her own, so she dropped her guard and had a pleasant conversation with him. However, Na-mi's father saw the true intentions of Jun Yeong at once. He thought that he was deliberately approaching Na-mi not out of good intentions and reminded his daughter to keep her distance from him. Father and daughter had a bad time over this matter, and all of this was seen by Jun Yeong. He decided to take care of the person who was getting in the way of his plan first, which was Na-mi's father. One night, Na-mi's best friend Eun-ju was coming to stay overnight and they were busy talking and not checking their phones. Jun Yeong used the opportunity to take control of Na-mi's phone and sent an apologetic text message to her father, then attached a download link. The cautious father hesitated for a moment, and seeing that his daughter was so understanding, he dismissed his worries and immediately clicked on the installation link. That night, Na-mi's father received a strange delivery at his door. Meanwhile, because of a heavy rain, the police found a buried body in a remote suburban hill in an extremely gruesome state of death, the identity of which was unrecognizable. As the excavation work continued, the police surprisingly found 7 bodies in the same place. The murderer's modus operandi was similar. All of them used the information in the found cell phone to approach the owner step by step, and then brutally kill the owner. And Na-mi's phone is the 8th phone he found, which means that Na-mi is not far from danger. Na-mi was sleeping while her phone operated by itself. The next day, she woke up and saw her best friend Eun-ju sleeping like a pig. She wanted to take a picture of her sleeping posture, but the time was already past 11 o'clock. There were 78 missed calls on her phone, all from her boss. Na-mi was freaked out and didn't understand why the alarm clock didn't go off today. She panicked and jumped into a cab and then double-checked her phone, only to be very surprised by the contents of her phone. She found that after falling asleep in the middle of the night, her account not only raged against her colleagues and boss in the company group, but also publicly exposed the company's products on social media, using all cheap materials to cheat consumers. When Na-mi hurried to the company, she found the entire staff waiting for a long time. She hurriedly explained that her phone had been hacked. But no one believed her at all. The company was on the verge of closing down because of the content she sent on social media, and the boss was so mad that she threw Nami out of the company on the spot. Nami went to the police, but the police needed her to provide evidence of being hacked before they would open a case. That's when Nami remembered the man she met last time at her father's coffee shop, whose occupation happened to be in cybersecurity. And at this point, she didn't know that this psychopath had already kidnapped her father last night. After meeting with Nami, Jun Yeong pretended to check the phone and pointed out that spy software had been installed inside, but the details would have to be confirmed when he returned to the shop. When Nami saw that he was hesitant to talk, she hurriedly went after him and asked him about it, but Jun Yeong lied to her and said that the spy software could only locate and listen to the phone, not directly control it.
무슨 말씀이신지.
그러니까 어젯밤에 몰래 남의 집 폰을 누군가가 만졌다는 뜻이죠. 그래서 인스타도 그렇게 올리고 문자도 그런 식으로 보내버리고 알람이랑 벨소리도 끄고요. 근데 혼자 사신다고 하셨으니까 제가 그럼 추론을 한번 해보면 누군가 몰래 남의 집에 들어가서 그 집만 하고 도망갔다는 말이 되거든요.
Hearing these words, Naomi was immediately misled to suspect her bestie Eunju. Because she happened to spend the night at her house last night, she was the only one who had the opportunity to operate her phone. So Nami couldn't help questioning Eunju face to face. When Eunju knew that she was being suspected by her best friend, she couldn't accept it for a while. Despite Eunju's explanation, Nami didn't want to believe it. So Eunju said in anger,
그래 내가 다 한 거라고. 그래서 뭐 어쩔 건데 경찰에 넘기게? 해봐. 해보라고. 증거 있어? 너 진짜?
The two broke up over this. Jun Yeong saw Eunju walking out crying and knew that his stratagem of separation had worked. Only 3 days, Nami did not know why her life would suddenly take a sharp turn, and smashed her phone in anger. Just then, she suddenly remembered that she had lost her cell phone and had gone to a repair store to have it repaired, and it must have been tampered with at that time. So Nami immediately ran back to that repair store. After arriving, she found that the repair store has a large number of police officers. The scene has been destroyed, a mess. It turned out that the sheriff, after careful investigation, had basically identified the suspect. And coincidentally, all signs indicated that the murderer was likely to be his own son who left home a few years ago. After seeing Nami, it became clear to the sheriff that she was likely to be the next victim. At this point, Nami still thought the person fixing the phone was just a peeping Tom, not knowing that what she was about to face was actually a serial killer. After talking to the police, she offered to entice the psychopath to her home and then have the police arrest him for the crime. So Nami pretended that nothing had happened and continued to keep in touch with Jun Yeong. He did fall for it and arrived on time under Nami's house. At this point, the sheriff had lost his patience, and when he saw a view of one person's back, he immediately trapped this person with his colleague. As a result, when Jun Yeong turned around, the sheriff realized that this man was not his son. The two policemen mistakenly thought they had not caught the murderer and let the man go. In order to keep Nami safe, the sheriff advised her not to spend the night at her house tonight. Nami had to replace her old phone first and then return to her father's house for the time being. She pushed open the door to find that her father seemed to be asleep, so she went back to her bedroom. As a result, at this time, Jun Yeong sent a message saying that he knew Nami had changed her phone and asked her to make a call.
이 새끼가 이제 대놓고.
Nami didn't know that even though she had changed her phone, she didn't get rid of the surveillance. Nami was so scared that she quickly rushed to her father's room and lifted the covers, and she found that her father wasn't even there. She pulled out her cell phone to call the police, but the number she just pressed was immediately deleted and the phone started to take pictures automatically. It seemed that even this newly replaced phone has been invaded by Jun Yeong. Nami followed the voice to the living room, and suddenly there was a recording of her conversation with her father. Looking back, a cell phone was lifted from behind the sofa. It turned out that Jun Yeong was hiding there. He killed so many people and still looked like he didn't care. Nami just wanted to resist, only to find that her father was already under the control of Jun Yeong. She had no choice but to be obedient and took the initiative to send a message to the sheriff to report her safety, and then handed the phone over to Jun Yeong.
나한테 이렇게까지 하는 이유가 뭐야? 내가 뭘 잘못했는데?
네 폰 내가 주웠으니까.
뭐?
아니 뭐 대단한 이유가 필요한 거야?
This person was really a sociopathic psychopath who wanted to kill the owner of the phone just because he found it. While Jun Yeong was going to the bathroom, Nami grabbed a weapon and crouched by the door on guard. Then she heard strange noises coming from inside the bathroom, and she looked into the doorway. It turned out that her father was tied up here, with Jun Yeong holding a knife in front of him. In order to keep father out of harm's way, Nami had to be obedient and she tied her hands and feet with duct tape. Despite this, Jun Yeong still turned on the faucet and prepared to drown Nami's father. Hearing Nami's loud cries, he turned the tap off again. Nami begged and pleaded, begging Jun Yeong to let her father go and that she would do whatever he wanted. Jun Yeong considered for a moment, then said,
제발 우리 아빠 살려주세요.
진짜 다 할 거야?
뭐든지 다 할게요.
그럼 네가 죽여?
Jun Yeong threw Nami into the bathtub as well, and the water level instantly rose to submerge Nami's father's face. But Nami, who was bound, could do nothing. Jun Yeong took a picture of Nami's desperate face, set it as his phone screensaver, and walked out of the living room. As a result, at that moment, Jun Yeong found a note thrown by Nami, on which was the sheriff's business card, and on the back was written the phrase, "Do not send text, only call." This meant that the text message that Nami just sent to the sheriff had completely exposed himself. Jun Yeong turned his head alertly to see that the police had indeed come to the place. He quietly hid in the shadows, ready to wait for the police to enter the house and kill them from behind. Fortunately, the sheriff appeared suddenly, before finally apprehending this psychopath. Under the sheriff's interrogation, he learned that his son, who had run away from home, had been killed by Jun Yeong long ago. He stole his son's personal information to commit crimes everywhere, which is why the sheriff misjudged the murderer. Knowing that his son had been killed, the sheriff was so agitated that he not only beat Jun Yeong up, but also raised a gun at him. But what was left of his sanity kept him from pulling the trigger. At this moment, Nami in the bathtub was saved, but her father seemed to have drowned. Looking at Jun Yeong in the living room, who still looked very arrogant, Nami's eyes instantly sharpened up. She stole the police officer's gun, then slowly walked to the living room and raised the gun at Jun Yeong and pulled the trigger. In this moment, she avenged herself and all her victims. Suddenly, the voice of Nami's father came from behind her, and it turned out that he was saved. After tonight, the serial murder case is over, but it has caused a huge stir in the society. The cafe in Nami's house has become a popular photo spot for internet users. Although Nami escaped legal responsibility with the help of the sheriff, it seemed that for a long time she would remain the focus of society and continue to live under the cameras. Finally, the story came to an end in a close-up of Nami's face. This is Drama Reel. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thank you for watching.